guys, it's Patriots Man here, and I am back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about something that's been long awaited for this entire season. Honestly, such an amazing feature that they've added in because of the way that the game is working, and that is the resource reclaim feature. So basically, this feature allows you to go back to any of the players that you have on your roster, uncommon or higher, that can be leveled, and you can click on them, you can click level up, and then you'll see a new button that says reclaim player. So of course I'm not going to reclaim Ray Lewis because I don't want his levels to go all the way down. But anyways, it's going to give you back 50% of the resources you used to train that player so far. So basically whatever it's giving me back right there, so it's going to give me back 133k if I were to reclaim the Ray Lewis training. And basically whatever you see on the screen multiplied by 2 is what you put into that player. So you're going to get half of it back, whatever you spent. And then basically it's going to go back to level 0. So it's not going to affect the ranking of your player. However, you're going to get all those resources back for players that you don't even use anymore. So we're going to try out some of this resource reclaiming here today. Now, one thing you want to make sure that you don't do is unlevel players, get resources back for players that you might be using. So for example, I have an AFC and an NFC lineup right here. So I have an AFC lineup and I have an NFC lineup. So I don't want to actually unlevel any of those guys, because as you see, we go to journeys, we go over to the AFC and NFC journeys, right? And in order to do these, at the very end of some of these, so for example, stage 2, you need to have a full lineup of level 10 plus AFC players. So if you have, say, your whole lineup is not going to be just AFC or just NFC. So I created an entire lineup for each of them. So what you want to do is make sure you don't unlevel some guys that are on those extra lineups, because for things like the journey here where it's going to require you to level up players, you don't want to have to go level people back up because you already took training off of them. So we're going to do the resource reclaim to people who are not on my default lineup or the AFC NFC lineup. So we cannot do Mitch Morse. We'll look at center. We can't do Matt Hennessy or Mitch Morse. So we're going to head over here, and anybody who is not any of those two. So you see we can do Matt Paredes, we can do Ethan Potich right there, and also Nick Gates. So we click level up, we're going to click reclaim player, and boom, 2k and 70 training points right there. So make sure you're doing the players that are not already on your lineup elsewhere, and you guys should be just fine. Let's do Ethan Potich right here, level up, and you see reclaim player, we're going to get 1.5k back. Of course, your epics most likely had more resources inside of them. Now we're going to go over to our Nick Gates right here. We're going to level him up and reclaim player, and boom, another 1.5k. So in the end, you're going to get a lot of these small amounts from your uncommons and stuff. But of course, that is going to add up in the end, because you're going to have a ton of extra players that you've had on your team in the past that you've had to use this. They've been pretty useless for a long time. So this is the NFC lineup, so we're going to put Matt Hennessy back in. Let's go to offensive guard. So offensive guard, Larry Allen and Will Hernandez. Let's just see, Larry Allen, Roger Saffold, Wyatt Teller. Okay, so Will Hernandez. So any of the uncommons here. So we're going to do Andres Pete, level up, reclaim player, another 1.5k and 100 training points. And then we'll go over here to Dotson. Same exact thing. So you see, I'm going to get a ton of resources from doing this stuff. These are just the uncommons. So you can only imagine there are some rares I had on my team that got replaced by epic, stuff like that I've trained up that I'm not going to be using anymore. So you could sort of see how this works here. This is my AFC lineup. So you see how I'm sort of paying attention to where the players are, because you don't want to go crazy with this and then end up unleveling the wrong players. Then you have to go level them back up again. So yeah, that's basically that. I'm honestly very, very happy that they added this feature, because if you think about it, the game really needed this feature for it to really work out, because in the end, our teams are only going to get better and better. Our players are going to be close to 200 overall pretty soon. We're just going to be reaching new heights with our overall. So if we're able to unlevel players and get some resources back, that's going to help us out in the end, because we're not really wasting resources altogether on players we're not going to use anymore. So that's going to be about it for this video, guys, talking about the resource reclaim. As this video is being uploaded, Madden Feast is either going to be out or it's about to be out. So that's going to be it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.